that's their whole thing. It's like in high school, they're like, yeah, well, one day I'm going to be a millionaire and you're going to be bagging my groceries. And it's like, well, what's wrong with people that bag groceries, you fucking piece of shit?
Yeah.
What was I even talking about? Revenge of the Nerds.
A word that
it goes back to Revenge of the Nerds. Like the whole thing with that movie is like, there's supposed to be some kind of underdog. But then that main guy, and this is a trite observation, the main guy rapes a woman. And that's supposed to be seen as like...
He does. He pretends he's wearing the mask. He's wearing the alien mask.
So he tricks a woman and rapes her.
He's got a huge cock, so he gets away with it.
He gets away with it.
Yes.
So that's like the whole thing is like... It's always like seeped in this very seedy, angry type of entitlement.
Right.
That the people that are supposedly oppressing the nerds don't like. Like what's worse, calling a kid a fag for playing video games, or shooting up your entire fucking school with an Uzi and planting bombs in the cafeteria.
I'd say the shooting of
the school. Yeah. So even like all of that, basically all of Chris Hardwick's thing, that whole world, the UCB type, the improv guys, what they're saying is that women, like, rape is good.
Yeah, women owe us pussy.
Yeah, because women have committed the crime of fucking a guy who's popular and good at sports. So they deserve to be raped.
Yeah.
And not only raped, but then dying in a school shooting and being blown up in the cafeteria.
Yeah. There hasn't been enough celebration of school shooters as nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah. As being part of nerd culture.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, Elliot Rodger got framed as, like, that was the MRA shooter or whatever, the sense of entitlement. Yeah, that is true. He did kind of explicitly say that. But, like, it's not even like Dylan and the other guy, Eric, were probably attractive guys. It's like, it's not even that the women weren't fucking them. It's that the women were maybe also had an interest in the people that are more sort of mainstream.
Correct.
And so it's they hate society fully.
Well, it was Marilyn Manson's music that led them to do that.
It was. Yeah. Marilyn Manson, who also, didn't he finally get Me Too'd? By his own dick.
Hey, he sucked me. He sucked me, and I told him not to, and he took his ribs out and sucked me.
Lock it up there, chowderhead. That's how Marilyn Manson talks. He does a little ventriloquist act with his dick. His dick's got a little wig on.
He has a little string tied to his dick.
Hey, shut it down there, chowderhead. That's what he calls his cock, because it's filled with chowder. He's ow, fuck. God damn it.
Cum chowder.
I think I just chipped my tooth.
On the mic?
Yeah, trying to.
That's why you need the wind guard.
Trying to reach over here to turn my levels down. I'm clipping.
You're a little up.
So, anyways, what was I saying? Chris Hardwick. Yeah, that's what he got.
Oh, so what's the word for? Oh, starfishing.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I was a smarter guy so that I could coin, because I came up with the term misogynoir.
That became a real thing.
That became a real thing. That was like. It's funny. I think people kind of like memory hole that I was actually the first person to say misogynoir, and then it like caught on, and I just did it as a joke, and then that, then it became a thing. But yeah, what would be a word for that? Let's call it Darthing, like Darth Vader.
Okay.
Yeah, they're Darthing.
Who are the nerds?
Yeah. Darthing is when you pretend to be the. Maybe that's a horrible choice.
I don't get it.
I just picked something from Star Wars.
Yeah, is it the Force or something?
I have no idea. Perfidy would be a better example.
Yeah.
Perfidy is probably the correct word for that.
But there was kind of like a tyranny of the nerd in comedy for a while.
Yeah,
Meltdown Comics was like the main, the main
those
independent
nerds are like,
comedy room
it's
in
like
LA.
in Dark Knight when the there's that populist, they get everyone out of prison, they set up their own courts.
Yeah,
and they're highly punitive and killing everybody for every reason.
Yeah,
and that's how the nerds were. But. And a lot of people will say, "But Nick, aren't you a nerd?" No. I'm a loser.
You're a loser. You're not a nerd.
Which is not a thing. The difference between that is there's no community with losers.
There's no loser rights movement.
It doesn't exist. I'm just a guy that sucks, sort of by himself.
Yeah, it's not an identity.
In a way that you really can't relate to. And
you don't have like a girl that's like, yeah, I'm actually like a total loser.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no, groups, you're not going to like go Go to the loser meetup. I'm gonna like.
Is there an r/losers?
It doesn't matter how much money I make. I will always be a loser.
You'll still be a loser, yeah.
We're making more money now than
You
ever.
still sleep half the nights on a sofa.
I know. I go home.
And the other half of nights on the
Dude,
floor.
yesterday was like the first like quote unquote day off.
Yeah, I know.
I ate an entire box of cereal, and then I found out that they added Wave Race to the Nintendo Switch, and audibly in my apartment by myself, I went, ooh. And I heard myself do it. I heard it. And that's an awful noise.
Yeah.
To hear yourself make.
Oh, God.
In relation to a 20-year-old game that I rented maybe 5 times from Blockbuster.
Yeah. Ooh.
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 Yeah, no, but he got canceled by that girl, Chloe. He got Me Too'd early on in the Me Too
Hardwick.
thing. Hardwick.
Yeah.
And I got to remember this before we get too far into this. That Blue Chew is the read this week because I accidentally fucked up and I did My Bookie last week.
Okay.
And not Blue Chew this week. So maybe this week I'll just say My Bookie again because technically they bought this week just to keep things. So they got a free read.
So they got a free one.
Free read last week. And then, yeah, so what he got canceled for is he was like sending her, he was like, you need to be more, you got to make the pussy pop during fucking.
Yeah, so she's just kind of laying down.
She was laying down, which
is that
honestly,
what that means?
Honestly, if he just sent her a text being like, hey, do with you, but if you're like, if there's something I could do that maybe like make you more into it or something, then it wouldn't have been as bad. The fact that he used the term starfishing, like he's on some forum.
Yeah.
Where he knows that, where there's like guys that are like, they just starfish.
It's like a nerd term.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Like what you have to be Googling.
It's not a cool thing to say.
What you have to be Googling. That's what it should be called.
Her name was Chloe Dykstra?
I didn't want to say her name because I didn't want to.
Well, it's in the news.
It's in the news. But I didn't want to, what's it called? No, let's call it that. Let's call the nerd thing that. Let's just appropriate
starfishing.
Starfishing.
Yeah.
Misogynoir fishing. And then I can piggyback on the success of my last what's it called when you invent a word?
I don't know. I think inventing a word. I don't know.
There's got to be a word for that.
I'll look it up.
Lexigenesis. The lexigenesis of let's call it that. It's called
neologism.
Neologism?
Yeah, it's a new speech utterance.
Oh, okay. Well, let's forget that. We're going to call it lexigenesis is what it's called. That's
okay.
So I'm neologizing.
Lexigenesis.
I'm going to neologize lexigenesis. So my lexigenetical utterance of misogynoir has now been followed up. You could call it my heat too.
Yeah.
Is star. Wait, I guess we're just changing the definition of a word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars fishing.
Star Wars fishing.